Top 5 foods to prevent leg cramps in seniors. Did you know that over 50% of seniors over 60 suffer from chronic leg cramps? That's right. And what's even scarier is that these cramps are not just a minor annoyance. They could actually be your body's desperate warning sign that something deeper is wrong. Ignoring them might not only leave you in pain, it could seriously impact your muscles, your circulation, and even your heart health if left unchecked. And here's the real kicker. The foods you're eating every single day could either be making the cramps worse or silently fixing them without you even realizing it. But most people have no idea which foods are helping and which are hurting. Today, we're about to uncover the top 5 foods that can prevent leg cramps in seniors. Some of them are probably already in your kitchen, but I guarantee you're not using them the right way to actually stop the cramps for good. Stick around, because one of these foods, number 1 on our list, could completely change how you sleep at night. Imagine falling asleep peacefully without being jolted awake by painful cramps. It's not just possible, it's easier than you think. Before we dive in, take a quick second and hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon, because every week we bring you powerful science-backed health tips that could literally change or even save your life. You do not want to miss what's coming next. Now let's talk about why leg cramps are a lot more serious than most people realize. Sure, they're painful. They make you wince, stretch, rub your leg in frustration, but they're not just annoying. Frequent cramps, especially in seniors, are a flashing warning sign. They can be the very thing that leads to dangerous falls, broken hips, sprained ankles, and long recoveries that could have been avoided. In fact, falls are the leading cause of injury and death for people over 65. And many of those falls start with a sudden painful cramp that strikes at exactly the wrong time, while getting out of bed, while stepping off a curb, or even just shifting your weight the wrong way. That quick burst of pain makes the muscles tighten or give out, and down you go. But it's not just about the risk of falling. Chronic leg cramps can also signal much deeper problems in the body. Things like poor blood circulation, nerve damage, muscle wasting, or even early signs of heart and kidney issues. And if you're just brushing them off as normal aging, you could be ignoring something that needs serious attention right now. You see, as we get older, we naturally start losing muscle mass, a condition called sarcopenia. It's one of the biggest hidden dangers of aging. After the age of 30, you can lose 3 to 5% of your muscle mass each decade if you're not actively doing something to maintain it. Less muscle means weaker legs, poorer balance, and tighter, less flexible muscles that cramp up more easily. And that's not all. As we age, our bodies also absorb fewer nutrients from the foods we eat. Nutrients that are absolutely critical for muscle health. Things like magnesium, potassium, calcium, and sodium. All the minerals that control how your muscles relax and contract. When your body runs low on these minerals, your muscles can seize up without warning. That's when the painful cramps hit. So the truth is, leg cramps aren't just about getting older. They're about what your muscles are missing. And here's the really good news. Fortunately, changing just a few things in your diet can make a massive difference. You don't need to completely overhaul your entire life. You don't need to spend hours at the gym. Small, simple changes can strengthen your muscles, rebalance your electrolytes, and drastically cut down the frequency and intensity of leg cramps. And today, I'm going to show you exactly which foods can do it. And just wait until you hear about number 1. Most people have no idea how powerful it actually is for your muscles. Let's get into it. Before we jump into the foods that can save you from those painful nighttime surprises, it's really important to understand what's actually causing the cramping in the first place. Because once you know the hidden triggers, it becomes a lot easier to fix them. And more importantly, avoid them altogether. First, let's talk about electrolyte imbalances. This is probably the number 1 reason why muscles cramp, and it's a lot more common than you think, especially as you get older. Your muscles need minerals like magnesium, potassium, calcium, and sodium to work properly. These minerals act like tiny electrical signals that tell your muscles when to contract and when to relax. But when you're low on even just one of these minerals, those signals get scrambled. Your muscles can tighten up without warning, and instead of relaxing like they're supposed to, they lock up, causing that sharp, sudden pain we all know too well. Magnesium in particular is a major player here. Most people are walking around severely low in magnesium and don't even know it. It's called the relaxation mineral for a reason. Without enough magnesium, your muscles get tense, tight, and prone to cramping. Potassium is another heavy hitter. It helps regulate fluid balance inside your muscle cells. Without enough potassium, the delicate balance of fluids shifts, and the muscles start misfiring. Calcium and sodium are just as important. If calcium levels are out of whack, the muscles can't relax properly. And if sodium drops too low, especially if you're sweating a lot or dehydrated, cramps can sneak up on you fast. Speaking of dehydration, this is another huge culprit behind leg cramps. It's not just about being thirsty. Even mild dehydration can thicken your blood, concentrate waste products, and mess with your electrolyte balance. And guess what? Seniors are much more likely to be dehydrated without even realizing it. The sensation of thirst actually diminishes with age, so you might not feel thirsty even when your body is running dry. If you're not drinking enough water consistently throughout the day, your muscles are going to let you know, and not in a good way. Another sneaky cause of leg cramps is poor circulation. Blood carries oxygen and nutrients to your muscles. If blood flow is sluggish because of age, arterial stiffness, or underlying health conditions like diabetes or high blood pressure, your muscles might not be getting the nourishment they need to function properly. That can leave them weak, starved for oxygen, and much more prone to cramping. Now let's talk about medications. Certain drugs can seriously mess with your electrolyte balance and cause dehydration. Diuretics, for example, sometimes called water pills, are often prescribed for high blood pressure or heart failure. They make you urinate more, which can deplete your potassium, sodium, and magnesium levels fast. Statins, used for lowering cholesterol, can sometimes cause muscle pain and cramping too. Even asthma inhalers, blood pressure medications, and some antidepressants have been linked to muscle cramps as side effects. So if you're on medications and struggling with frequent cramps, it's worth having a conversation with your doctor to see if there could be a connection. And finally, don't underestimate the role of muscle flexibility. As we age, muscles naturally lose elasticity and become stiffer. If you're not stretching regularly or staying active, your muscles are more likely to tighten up, especially after long periods of sitting or lying down. Tight, inflexible muscles are a breeding ground for cramps. That's why you'll often hear about cramps striking right when you stretch your legs out in bed or when you stand up after sitting for a long time. Your muscles just aren't as adaptable as they used to be, and they snap into cramp mode. Now here's something that almost nobody talks about. Certain foods can actually make leg cramps worse. And these foods are so common, you probably eat at least one of them every day without realizing what they're doing to your muscles. Processed foods are one of the biggest culprits. They're loaded with sodium, but it's the wrong kind of sodium, not the balanced mineral mix your body needs, but artificial isolated sodium that throws off your electrolyte balance. They're also low in potassium and magnesium, which makes the problem even worse. Caffeine is another hidden trigger. Sure, your morning coffee might wake you up, but caffeine acts as a mild diuretic, causing you to lose more fluids and minerals through urine. Alcohol, same story. It dehydrates you, disrupts mineral levels, and messes with muscle recovery. Even high sugar foods can play a role. Sugar increases inflammation and oxidative stress in the body, which can irritate your muscles and nerves, making cramps more likely and more severe. So if you've been dealing with cramps, it's not just about adding the right foods. It's about removing or minimizing the wrong ones. Fixing both sides of the equation gives you the best shot at real, lasting relief. And don't worry, in just a minute, we're going to talk about the top 5 foods that not only prevent cramps, but can actually rebuild your muscle strength from the inside out. And trust me, number 1 is so powerful for overnight relief, you'll wonder why no one told you about it sooner. Stay with me. Now that you understand what's causing those painful leg cramps, it's time for the good part, what you can actually do about it. Let's talk about the 5 powerhouse foods that can help you prevent cramps, rebuild stronger muscles, and even help you sleep better at night. Stick with me to the very end, because the number 1 food on this list is something you can start using tonight, and it's so simple that you'll wonder why you never thought of it before. Let's start with food number 5, avocados. Avocados are nature's gift to your muscles. They're packed with potassium and magnesium, 2 minerals you absolutely need to keep cramps away. Most people think bananas are the potassium kings, but avocados actually have even more potassium per serving. 1 medium avocado gives you about 700 milligrams of potassium and around 60 milligrams of magnesium. That's a powerful combination for relaxing tight muscles and preventing those nighttime spasms. And let's not forget the healthy fats in avocados. Your muscles need fat to function properly, not the greasy junk fats from processed foods. I'm talking about the clean, heart-healthy monounsaturated fats that help your muscles recover faster after activity, lower inflammation, and improve nerve conduction. Adding avocados into your diet is super easy. You don't need to overthink it. You can slice one up and toss it on top of your salad, mash it onto some whole grain toast, or just eat it with a spoon and a sprinkle of sea salt. One quick recipe you can try is simple avocado toast for cramp prevention. Just take a slice of whole grain bread, Mash half an avocado on top, sprinkle it with a little black pepper, and squeeze a few drops of lemon juice over it. If you want a boost, you can add a sprinkle of hemp seeds for extra magnesium. It's delicious, it's filling, and it's one of the easiest ways to feed your muscles the minerals they crave. Now moving on to food number 4, bananas. Bananas have been known for years as the go-to food for muscle cramps, and it's true, they are loaded with potassium. But here's the part most people miss. Bananas are also rich in magnesium and contain small amounts of calcium too. So you're getting a triple mineral benefit in one convenient, easy-to-carry fruit. When is the best time for seniors to eat bananas? Well, one of the smartest times is about 30 to 45 minutes after a walk, exercise session, or gardening. Your muscles are still active and absorbing nutrients like a sponge during that window. Feeding them potassium and magnesium during this recovery time can help prevent cramps later on, especially at night. If you want an easy way to enjoy bananas after exercise, try this quick banana smoothie for post-walk muscle recovery. Blend 1 ripe banana with a cup of unsweetened almond milk, a tablespoon of chia seeds for extra omega-3s, and a small handful of spinach for an extra magnesium boost. Blend it all up until creamy. You get minerals, fiber, and hydration all in one glass, and it's much better than reaching for a processed snack. Now let's talk about food number 3, leafy greens. Spinach, Swiss chard, and kale are absolute powerhouses when it comes to cramp prevention. These greens are loaded with magnesium and calcium, 2 minerals critical for muscle and nerve health. Magnesium helps your muscles relax after contraction. Calcium helps your nerves send the correct signals to your muscles. Without enough of these two working together, your muscles are more likely to misfire and cramp. Eating leafy greens daily is one of the best habits you can build if you want to avoid leg cramps. And you don't have to make it complicated. One simple tip is to add a handful of spinach to your breakfast eggs. Just toss the greens into the pan for the last minute of cooking. They wilt quickly and pair perfectly with eggs without changing the flavor much. It's a tiny change that can have a massive impact on your muscle health over time. Swiss chard is another excellent choice. It's even higher in magnesium than spinach. You can sauté it lightly with a little olive oil and garlic for a quick, delicious side dish. Remember, leafy greens aren't just about muscle cramps. They're also great for bone health, brain function, and keeping your heart strong, all areas that become more important with each passing decade. Moving on to food number 2, sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes are incredibly rich in magnesium, potassium, and fiber. They give you sustained energy without spiking your blood sugar, which is important because unstable blood sugar can make cramps worse. One thing that sets sweet potatoes apart from regular white potatoes is their nutrient density. Sweet potatoes contain significantly more fiber, vitamin A, and antioxidants, which help fight the inflammation that can contribute to cramping and muscle pain. For seniors especially, replacing white potatoes with sweet potatoes a few times a week can be a game changer for muscle function and overall energy levels. An easy snack idea is to bake a sweet potato in the oven at 400 degrees for about 45 minutes. Once it's soft and caramelized, slice it open and sprinkle a little cinnamon on top. You don't even need butter or sugar. The natural sweetness of a roasted sweet potato is enough to satisfy your taste buds while giving your muscles the minerals they need to stay relaxed. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. Food number 1, coconut water. If you're struggling with dehydration, fatigue, or muscle cramps, coconut water might be your new best friend. It's nature's electrolyte drink, packed with potassium, magnesium, and a small amount of sodium. Exactly the minerals your muscles need to function properly. Unlike sugary sports drinks, which can actually dehydrate you further, coconut water hydrates you at the cellular level without overloading your body with refined sugar or artificial ingredients. When's the best time to drink coconut water for muscle health? Ideally, have a small glass about an hour before you exercise or go for a walk. And if you tend to get nighttime cramps, drinking a glass of coconut water with dinner can help replenish your electrolytes and keep you hydrated through the night. Just make sure you're choosing pure coconut water with no added sugar or flavors. Look for brands that are 100% coconut water and nothing else. It's a small change that can make a big difference in how your muscles feel and how well you sleep at night. All right, now that you know the top 5 foods that can help prevent those painful cramps, let's take it even further. Because while diet is a massive piece of the puzzle, there are a few more simple strategies that can lock in your results and make your muscles even stronger. First, let's talk about stretching before bed. This is one of the easiest habits you can add to your day, and it can make a world of difference. Taking just 5 minutes before you climb into bed to gently stretch your calves, hamstrings, and feet can significantly reduce the chances of waking up in the middle of the night with a sharp cramp. It doesn't have to be complicated. A simple standing calf stretch, a seated hamstring stretch, and rolling your ankles in circles can help keep your muscles relaxed and flexible. If you're consistent with it, you'll start to notice the difference within a week. Next, staying hydrated throughout the day is absolutely critical. And I'm not just talking about drinking a huge glass of water right before bed. That can actually backfire by waking you up to use the bathroom. What you want to aim for is a steady intake of water across the entire day. Sip water regularly, especially after being outside in the heat, after walking, or anytime you're sweating. Even mild dehydration makes your muscles more likely to spasm. If you find it hard to remember to drink water, set a small reminder on your phone every couple of hours. It's a tiny adjustment that pays off big time when it comes to cramp prevention. Now, here's something most people don't realize. Balancing your sodium and water intake is important too. While you definitely want to cut back on excess salt from processed foods, you also need a little bit of sodium to maintain proper fluid balance, especially if you're sweating a lot or exercising. If you drink a lot of plain water but don't replenish any sodium, you might actually create a different kind of imbalance that triggers cramping. One simple trick is to add a pinch of high-quality sea salt to your meals or occasionally sip on an electrolyte drink without added sugars after heavy sweating. Always find that healthy middle ground. Not too much salt, but not too little either. Finally, let's talk about magnesium supplements. If you're doing all the right things with your diet and hydration but still struggling with cramps, your body might need a little extra help. Magnesium supplements can be a game changer for many people. Magnesium plays a key role in muscle relaxation, nerve function, and fluid balance. But here's the thing, supplements should always be used carefully. Before starting any new supplement, especially magnesium, it's important to consult your healthcare provider. They can help you choose the right type and dose based on your individual needs. Some people do great with a small daily dose of magnesium citrate or magnesium glycinate, especially when taken about an hour before bed to help with relaxation and sleep. But if you have kidney issues or other medical conditions, taking magnesium without medical advice could cause more harm than good. So always check with your doctor first. Before you go, if you learned even one new thing today that could help you feel better and live stronger, smash that like button. It really helps this video reach more people who need it. And if you want more easy, practical tips to stay healthy, active, and full of energy after 50, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now. Don't forget to tap the little bell too so you never miss a video from Dr. Wellness. And hey, if you have a loved one who's been struggling with leg cramps or just wants to feel better every day, share this video with them. You might just change their life. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.